What's up, guys? Welcome back with another video. Today is the hottest topic that everyone is talking about in the HEX community. Which one is better? Is it HEX on Ethereum or is the pHEX that's going to be launched on PulseChain? What is the difference? Should I buy HEX now or wait for it when it launches on PulseChain? And also my strategy in doing so. Keep in mind, this is not a financial advice. Do whatever you want with your money. I'm not your financial advisor. If you are not a subscriber to the channel, go ahead, subscribe, so you will be notified every single time I release these videos. So you will be on top of the news when it comes to PulseChain, PulseX, and HEX. Also, follow me on Twitter at TCP Crypto, where I drop news, jokes, charts, urgent calls, and updates specifically on PulseX and PulseChain every single day. Let's go to the market and see the market before we start our video. We take a look at Bitcoin. Don't be fooled. A lot of people are actually caught up in this rise here in Bitcoin, and they they went long and boom, after that we retreat. Ethereum at 25. Don't be surprised if Ethereum hit 1800 in the coming weeks. And the rest is history. I really like Polygon here. Still long on Polygon, even if Polygon, I wish Polygon go all the way to 75 cents, honestly, to load up the boat. Let's take a look at HEX. So HEX, another dump on HEX. I mean, it goes up and down, but recently in the last month, downtrend, the last 3 months, that's for sure. But if you zoom out, the last year or all time, let's go to all time. You can see it has done phenomenal. After its launch, it really maintained. Maybe it dipped here a little bit, but it went up. And you don't believe that PulseChain and PulseX, which in my opinion has better mechanics than HEX, if you don't believe that they're gonna make a 50 cents or even hit $1, just go back, take a look at HEX charts and see it. All right, so what is the next stop for HEX? If HEX break the 11 cents mark, the next stop would be somewhere in the 7 cents, in my opinion. So let's start with the question number one. What is the difference between HEX on Ethereum and HEX on PulseChain? For all of you newbies out there, the difference between eHEX and pHEX is that HEX on Ethereum has a high gas fee, and HEX on PulseChain will be way less of a gas fees. So when you have two chains, one is PulseChain, one is Ethereum, the HEX that you go and hear of right now and you want to buy, you want to stake, has an association with Ethereum, which means higher gas fees. Not only when you transfer it, not only when you buy it, not only when you stake it, but also down the road when you want to unstake it, when you want to sell it. So you keep that in mind. On PulseChain, however, gas fees is going to be just a fraction of what it is right now on Ethereum. All of these wasted fees on gas when it comes to HEX on Ethereum, you're not going to be experiencing them when it comes to HEX on PulseChain. Is that clear? I hope it's clear. Let's move on. Question number two, which is better? Is it HEX on Ethereum or HEX on PulseChain? Now, the question is not really about which is better. It's about if you missed HEX at its first days, pHEX is your second best chance of making it big. I believe that pHEX, which is HEX on PulseChain, remember, when we say eHEX, that means Ethereum HEX. When we say pHEX, that means PulseChain HEX. I believe, personally, this is my own opinion, I believe that pHEX will outperform HEX hands down. No question about it. And here is why. Number one, pHEX will have fraction of the gas fees that HEX has on Ethereum. Two, it will start at almost $0. So you will have a second chance to make it big with pHEX. Three, HEX has its run, in my opinion, for this cycle. And I think that there is a huge opportunity for pHEX on PulseChain. We'll repeat itself in terms of success. 4, more people will be interested in pHEX, which means hex on PulseChain, because it runs on optimized network for cheaper gas fees. At the end of the day, money like to be treated well, and Ethereum is not doing a good job doing so, right? So we agreed on that. Money likes to be put in a favorable environment where there's less fees, where there's a freedom of movement, where there is high speed of transactions. I think that more people will migrate to PulseChain over time, and hex on Ethereum will become history unless we have ETH 2.0 before PulseChain. This is my own opinion. I know the hex enthusiasts, they're gonna light up the comment section below. You don't understand what you're talking about. Hex would never go. Well, it is. It is. When you have a better environment that treats hex 10 times better, guess what? You will be left alone on Ethereum. Unless Vitalik comes and save you and save the entire Ethereum with Ethereum 2.0, it reduces the gas fees tremendously. All of the hex stakers. With time, I'm not saying at the first day or two, or not even first month or two, but with time, when it comes to unstake their locks, they are going to migrate to PulseChain. The question that a lot of people are asking, should I buy hex now or wait for PulseXPulseChain, right? Should I buy hex now on Ethereum, or should I wait for PulseChain to launch so I can buy hex over there? Here's the answer for that question. If I really want to buy hex, like really want to buy, I have to buy hex on Ethereum right now. My life depends on it, right? I will only buy it if it hits 7 cents. And I showed you in the beginning of the video the chart. So you do your own calculation here, right? Again, this is not a financial advice, but you do your own calculation. To me, I don't want to lose. It's all about minimizing risks, right? So it's up to you. But what I really do is to get ready for hex on PulseChain and forget about hex on Ethereum. Unless, again, we have ETH 2.0. If we launch PulseChain before Ethereum 2.0, I'm definitely interested in getting hex for the first time, for the second time, building a bigger position on PulseChain, not on Ethereum. It's just a common sense. So you may not be convinced yet. Now let me try with you with actual example why you should be on hex PulseChain side, not hex Ethereum side. Here's why. The whole argument of buying hex now before the fork so you can get a free hex copy is not totally a smart financial move, at least to me. Here's why. Let's say I have $1,000 and I want to buy hex at what is today price. Let's call it 12 cents, right? I believe it's at 11 cents already, but let's call it 12 cents. Hoping to game the system. So I take that $1,000 divided by 12, I will end up with 8,333.3333 hex. Where? On Ethereum, right? Stay with me. That means you will get the same amount, which is 8,333, assumingly on PulseChain, right? So you will get the same hex amount on PulseChain. Now, keep in mind, you have spent $1,000, actual 1,000 Uncle Benjamin dollar. Now, let's say you decide to get only hex on PulseChain. So you're not going to go with that strategy, which a lot of people are actually now preaching. Let's say you decided, you know what, heck to it, I'm not going to stick with that. I am going to buy hex on PulseChain when PulseChain launch. At a launch price of basically $0, you're going to end up with way more hex than if you have bought it before on Ethereum. Let's continue with our example. Let me show you how. So PulseChain goes live, right? PulseChain goes live. pHEX goes live, which is hex on PulseChain, of course. It's going to go live. People will trade it either in the ratio period, which is the first 2-3 days, or after bridging period, where we have a price tag on the hex, right? People will start trade it. Price tag will be found for it. And I'm thinking anything, the price for HEX on PulseChain will be anything between the actual $0 to the SAC price, which is 0.301. Anything in between at the first maybe week or two, right? So you take that $1,000 that you spent before, you take the same $1,000, you divide it by SAC price, you end up with 10 million HEX on PulseChain. 10 million HEX on PulseChain. And that giving HEX an actual price of the SAC price for PulseChain and PulseX. What if instead of having 3 zeros, 1, what if we have 4 zeros, 1 for pHEX when it first launches on PulseChain? What if we have 5 zeros, 1? Could happen. Hey, the man himself, Richard Hart, said that everything will almost launch with $0. So now you end up with a 10 million HEX sitting on a better chain, less gas fees, high scalability, faster transactions. A lot of people are going to be migrating to with more HEX. It's no brainer. See, it's no brainer, right? With the previous example that I showed you, you're only ending up with 8,333 multiplied by 2 times 2. So let's do that here. 8,333.33 times 2 equals, boom. You're only ending up with 16,666 HEX total combined between PulseChain and Ethereum. But with this strategy of only opting in for the HEX on PulseChain, you are ending up with way more. So you choose. Now you can take that HEX and stake it. Decide to do whatever you want with it. You want to stake it, and guess what? You're going to beat every single one who bought it on Ethereum, hoping to game the system and get in a free copy. Bullshit. I don't care who you are, what your opinion about it is. Life taught me one thing: numbers don't lie, and I don't like to be fooled. So pay close attention. I probably shouldn't teach people this, honestly, because I know I will get a lot of heat. But guess what? I don't give a damn. I say whatever I want, whenever I want, on this channel, and let the people choose which route they want. And remember, this is not a financial advice. Do whatever you want with your money, like I said over and over again. So if you like this video, I have made another video also talking about how to live off of your PulseX without selling it, without the need of going to another DeFi. If you missed that video, you can see it right there. So go ahead, see that video. Thank you for sticking it to the end of the video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, and also watch that video that I told you about. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.